making art, put air in my tires. So I was just an average guy. I work to just pay my bills. I'd pay my bills, and whatever few dollars I got left, that's what I would run around on. Had a wife, kids, put the money back into the family, whatever we needed, whatever after bills was paid, we had whatever left. This is what we did extra. We eat out, you know, buy some extra stuff, whatever. Catch up on a bill if we was behind, whatever the extra money was for. We didn't really do anything extra, we just got by. Alright, so started working TVA, trying to better myself. I was pipe fitting, going back to school 3 nights a week. So when school was in, same season as school, I went to pipe fitting school. We were out, you know, when school was out. So I would work, I was working outages, I was working at Y12, those kind of places. If you've heard of Manhattan Project, that kind of thing, I worked at that, going through the Pipe Fitters Union. And so I was bettering myself, making a little more money. Well, in the union, you get laid off every so often. So when I got laid off, I was buying and selling cars. I had pretty good paychecks coming. Instead of just blowing money or, you know, taking vacations or doing all this stuff, I was just, when I'd get laid off, I'd buy a cheap car, I'd fix it, and I'd finance it. $50 a week I was doing this. I ended up having about 10 cars financed. Then I'd go back to work. And I just, when I'd get off, I'd have, you know, some money. And then I got laid off, and I set my limit at 10 cars financed. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna have that much. It's hard to keep up with those working too. And I was on 712s and going to school 3 nights a week. We'd get off early the nights we went to school, about an hour or two, so we could make it to class. I was trying to figure out how to better myself even still. So I was laid off, got to riding around. What do I want to do? So the one best thing I've ever done that made things start moving for me was write it down. As simple as that sounds, it was almost, you couldn't get any lower level of how easy it was what I was doing. So like literally my list would consist of make money. It would consist of try to find a way to make money and clean a car or you know, something that tomorrow I knew what I had to do. It was on my list. I had a list of things to do. When tomorrow came, I would start on my list of something, trying to figure something out. How do I make money? I would just start tossing ideas around. I got thinking, well, I'd like maybe rentals. Maybe that's something I could get into. I could do a little bit of plumbing and that kind of thing. With the little list here, started thinking about rentals. It's just riding around, just letting things fall into place. I seen a house. It said for sale by owner. Let's see what comes of this. Let's call this guy. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Called the man. What I would like to do, would you finance it to me? Yes, I'd gladly finance you the house. That's what, you know, that's what I do. All right, if I finance it, if you finance me this house and I make the payments, can I sub-rent it to someone? I'll make sure the payments are paid. I won't call you for any of the tenant issues. I'll make sure the taxes are paid. I'll do any repairs on the house. Yeah, that's fine as long as I don't have to deal with them, is what the man told me. I deal with you. I only deal with you. Renters are your problem. Repairs are your problem. Taxes are your problem. Okay. So we got in a deal. I gave $1,500 down now. I only paid like $35,000 for the first house. $1,500 down. And this is it's been a while. So gave him a little $1,500 down. Started making $500 a month is what he wanted. It took me 3 months to get it remodeled to where I could rent it. And I was about to go back to work at TVA, and I rented it for $500 a month right before I went. So that way it was rented when I went back to work. So all I'd have to do is collect a payment. That happened. Well, and he calls me. He's like, hey man, there's a property beside it. It's just run down. It's a house and it's tore down. It's horrible. Do you want to buy it as well? No, it's too much. I don't want to deal with it. Okay, no problem. But do you have anything else? Well, I've got another house over you know, a couple of towns over. You want to go look at it? Yeah, I went and looked at it. Okay. Would you finance this one? Well, you've already got one. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. I'll take this one. There's an old junk trailer beside it that's got another lot, and I'll take the one that I turned down earlier, and I'll take all 4 properties, and I'll write you a check for $1,000 a month. That was my first 4. And as I'm continuing to make these payments, every now and then I'd talk to him. Hey, you want another one? Add it to whatever? Yeah. Kept just doing it, kept doing it. So, and that's where I started on the rentals. It was as simple as making a decision to do something besides just exist. It would absolutely blow your mind to understand how simple things can be if you just make the effort. You can, my mom always said this is something I will say. My mom always said this saying, pardon the language, want in one hand and shit in the other, and see which one gets full first. So that analogy is, you can want all day, but if you're doing something, there's going to be a product here, you know. So you can want to get rich, you can want to be successful, you can want a new car, you can want to make side money, you can want all these things. But it's the simple as making the effort. Literally, I started writing it down, and that's been the beginning of me having 20 plus rentals. The one thing that led to all of it is as simple as writing it down. Setting goals. Go to my list every single day, not every other day. I wake up the next morning, even if I had to work, on my ride to work, tossing ideas around. What do I do to make money? How does money come about? Who's got money to give me? How do I get somebody to give me their money? How does this work? And I started answering these questions. And the more I answered the questions, the more I started making. And it was literally as simple as making the effort, and making the effort consistently. That is a big factor, is consistency. Whatever you're doing, do it today, do it tomorrow, do it the next day, do it for the next 5 years. If that's what you're wanting to do, you have to do it. Nobody's going to hand you nothing. That's today's lesson of how to get a start from where you are to start moving forward. It's as simple as making the effort. All right, so this is the thing. I've got 20-something rental houses. I've got multiple businesses. I've got 2 YouTube channels. So I'm combining everything into just one entity, one channel, the one with the most subscribers, because we're close to 1,000. We're close to being able to monetize. So instead of completely creating a new channel to do the things that we don't do on the other channel, to just kind of break up the monotony of we're not drifting, so we're going to do a new channel. So instead of doing that, we're just going to incorporate everything on that one channel, rename it to the RoCo Misfits. So welcome to the channel. If you're new, if you're OG and you've been following since day one, thank you for continuing to be that. But we're going to start including some new eventful things. So when we're not drifting, we're not just sitting home. So we're going to bring all that to one place to rename it RoCo Misfits. We're still going to do the Chesser drifting, Chesser motorsports, all the same merch. We're going to now add in the RoCo Misfits merch, so that way it'll all be located on one YouTube channel, one website. That's where we're at. So thanks for making the transition from our old channel to the new channel. Thanks for the other channel, the RoCo Misfits, a small channel, for if you followed us from there to our pre-existing one, the Chesser Motorsports ones, that is now RoCo Misfits. If you've moved with us to this one, thank you for following. Thank you everybody for everything. You guys are awesome. Our channel's growing. We're getting some new stuff, getting some new merch ideas, and we're working on some things. Gonna work on the actual website a lot more. So stay tuned. We are not done. All right, thank you guys.